Your financial advisor told you to save 10% of your income. Sounds safe, right? Wrong. For low earners, 10% is a recipe for retiring at 70. If you're starting from zero, the math simply doesn't work. You aren't building wealth, you're just delaying the inevitable. We've spent hundreds of hours analyzing the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. We've stripped away the fluff to find the exact patterns people use to go from broke to free in record time. Today, we're ignoring the standard advice. I'm showing you the Zero Start strategy. This is a brutal but effective blueprint, combining extreme frugality and side hustle stacking. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step plan to build a retirement fund from scratch even if you have $0 in the bank right now. Let's dive in. Let's do the math. If you make $36,000 a year, 10% is $3,600. That's only $300 a month. At a 7% return, it'll take you decades just to build a basic nest egg. By the time you can actually stop working, you'll be 70. And that's assuming you never have a single emergency. But life happens. One transmission failure, one unexpected root canal, and your retirement fund is gone. This is the safe path lie. It's designed for people who already have six-figure salaries. For the rest of us, it's a trap. It keeps you compliant. It keeps you grinding in a 9-to-5 until your joints ache and your energy is gone. You feel like you're doing everything right, but the needle isn't moving. You're not saving your way to freedom. You're just delaying the inevitable. The truth is, if you're starting from zero, 10% is a joke. It's a drop in the ocean when you need a tidal wave of capital to escape the rat race. You don't need a slightly better savings account. You need a complete strategy shift. Here is the cold truth. Saving 10% only works if you already make a high salary. For the rest of us, 10% is just a slow walk toward a retirement age of 75. If you're starting from zero, you don't need a savings plan. You need a zero-start FIRE strategy. This isn't about skipping your morning coffee. It's about radically widening the gap between your income and your expenses. Let's break it down into 3 aggressive pillars. Pillar 1, extreme frugality. Most people try to budget their way to wealth. That's a mistake. Budgeting manages poverty. Frugality creates wealth. You need to attack your biggest overheads, housing and transport. Consider house hacking. Rent out a room. Move back with parents. Or move to a lower-cost city. If you can drop your housing cost by 50%, you've just unlocked a massive investment engine without earning a single extra penny. But here is the problem. Frugality has a floor. You can't spend less than zero. That's why we moved to Pillar 2, side hustle stacking. To retire early with no money, you cannot rely on a single paycheck. You need multiple streams of active income. I call this stacking. Don't look for a passion project. Look for a profit project. Find a skill the market pays for right now. Spend your evenings and weekends building these streams. The goal isn't to build a business empire, it's to create a surplus. Every single dollar from your side hustles must be treated as invisible money. It never hits your checking account. It goes straight to work. This brings us to Pillar 3, aggressive allocation. Once you've widened the gap through frugality and stacking, you have to deploy that capital. Saving is for emergencies. Investing is for freedom. First, park 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. This is your shield. Next, automate your investments. Use low-cost index funds through platforms like Vanguard or Betterment. Stop trying to pick the next moonshot stock. You don't need a lottery ticket, you need a system. By automating your contributions, you remove emotion from the equation. You aren't saving 10% anymore. You're investing 40, 50, or even 70% of your total income. That is how you go from zero to financial independence. You shrink the cost of living, stack the income, and automate the growth. Now, this strategy only works if you track every single penny. That's why I recommend using YNAB. It stops the leaks in your budget so you can actually fund your side hustles. Once that money hits your account, don't let it rot in a standard savings account. Move it to a high-yield savings account or an automated app like Betterment to let compound interest do the heavy lifting. Imagine the result. Instead of saving 10% of a modest salary, you're stacking side hustles and investing 40% of your total income. You aren't just saving for a distant retirement. You're buying your freedom 20 years early. If you're tired of outdated advice and ready to build wealth from zero, hit that subscribe button. Join the community of late starters who are winning. All the tools I mentioned are linked in the description below.